What is up, Alpha Clash community? We are starting a new series here on the channel where we let members of the community do some deck tech videos highlighting a contender. We're starting with the contender videos. So whether you're just preparing for your locals or getting ready for your first Awakening or Clash Ground event, hopefully these videos will help you out. The first one is from someone you most likely know and love, Ryotin, breaking down Warcry.
Welcome back, Clashers. Ryotin here, and I'm bringing you something different. Again, I just want to try something out and see if you guys like this type of video. I know I like doing videos like this, and it's basically just doing some contender deck techs, kind of. It'll kind of more just like explaining different contenders, and so that you can figure out which ones you like going into your locals, going into your next Clash Ground event, Awakening events. So just getting to see a gist of what contenders the community find are very, very strong at this time, and as well as seeing contenders where maybe you'll like to just play just to have fun. Starting things off, we have something very, very exciting. It's a contender that I personally liked that I had no idea would become popular, but it definitely did, which is Warcry Driving Force. So a little bit about Warcry Driving Force. It is a white contender, 25 health, 1 attack, 0 defense, very standard for contenders. Its 25 ability is whenever you exhaust a card you control for the first time each turn, so again you can do it on your turn and your opponent's turn, you draw 1 card. We love contenders with built-in draw effects. Then also the trigger attack, you may exhaust this card. If you do, until the end of turn, up to 1 target Clash card you control assigns Clash damage equal to its defense power rather than its attack power. And a card that is exhausted does not ready during the next ready step. 15 skill. While this contender is exhausted, Clash cards you control get +1 defense during each opponent's class phase, so it makes your cards just a little bit beefier. Again, there are different versions for this deck right now, so I have 4 I want to kind of show off to you guys, and you can kind of make your decision on what deck suits you best from that. Starting off, we have the first deck here, and this is from Jacob. Jacob did get top 4 out in Columbus, and I believe he is the first one to really mix red and white. Not necessarily red and white, because red and white is a very classic combination of colors here in Alpha Clash, but the first red and white for Warcry. Going over the deck list he had here a little bit, we have Spirit Protection, Energy Absorption. Here comes the Boom at 3. I love seeing Booms at 3. Deliverance at 4. And then of course the amazing buff at 4, Triumphant Revelation. And then going into the Clash Crowns, and again, we're talking about some cards that I feel like are just very, very standard. Whenever you're going to play Warcry, these are the kind of cards that you're always going to put in that deck somehow. So we have 4 Havens, 4 Torques. Again, we have Torque, pretty much Boom, the Peanut Butter and Jelly, Havens, the new Flare, which is a 2-cost Flight. The card that no one has seen coming, and a lot of people were scrambling to get at Columbus Clash Ground. That's what people were freaking out, which is Warcry Forceful Protector, or Water Buffalo, as the community likes to say it. And this one is Rain to Flare. We'll get into that a little bit later. Torque Fury, 4 flares, and then 3 Machine Unstoppable Force. Clash Grounds, we have 6 of them, which is Grant Park and Victory Peak. And then going to the side deck here, which can, again, your side deck is normally depending on your meta at the time. Again, it can get a little bit different when you're going to a Clash Ground event. Now, in his list, it capitalized a lot on using Protector to kind of stall out your opponent, Protection to make sure it doesn't take any kind of damage, and then using this Flare in combinations with Grant Park to make it 5 swing over and then play a Flare for free. Very, very good deck. Again, no feat of why it made it to top 4. I do believe he went almost undefeated the whole day. So again, you have Warcry that's doing red. Now another one we have here, and this is from another content creator, Jay Crane. He is running his mainly white with some blue support in here. So again, we have some standard cards that we see here, which is, you know, we have Havens, we have Protector, the Warcry making his debut, and then also another Haven. He's like to play a lot of his cards as one-ups, just so you can make a little bit more room for the card. So again, he is running the Lin package in here, which I do believe in blue. Lin is a staple card for any kind of blue package you're running, along with Bountiful Collector. No Bountifuls in here, but he is electing to run, Stalker. Market 100 to give cards that bonding clever so you can keep proccing that lens skill. Is one with Grant Park, Victory Peak, and then a side deck of Ancient Protection, Deliverance, and then some more Clash Grounds. Next up, we have a white-black version of the deck. This one is starting to pop up a little bit more because black just gives you a little bit more utility to remove things. So in this list, again, we have some of the standard cards. Again, we'll go over that. Riggins, 2-1, I believe this might be in here, just to deal high amounts of damage, kind of play around the Machina. And then as well as Spirit Protection, Ancient Protection, and then the buff. And then also those Grant Parks in there. And last but not least, we have what I say is the first build that most people do, which is just mono white. You know, all white cards and then just working together. And I think this particular one, it uses a lot of Conquest cards. The Conquest cards do have big defense, so it capitalizes very, very well with that Warcry effect. Again, we have Ancient Protection, Traffic, the Cowling, or I said the Cowling Lin combo package, where you can basically send a 5-cost, play a Cowling for free. Then also we have some Clarity here, where with Clarity attacks, it gives +1 to another card. Again, just like able to play around with these numbers on the back end. And then the best card to do on mono white is definitely this 5-cost Conquest, because it does have 6, and it costs 1, and then it plays very, very well into Chowling as well. So again, these are some of the deck profiles that we have here. They're all on the play.alphaclash website. And again, just some of the cards I do believe are very, very standard when you're running a Warcry deck is, of course, the buff, because it does give +1/+1 +3 health, and you do draw a card. Warcry pushing through. Again, if your base is starting off with white, you are pretty much playing this because it is a free 2-up, and then it draws as soon as it attacks. Haven is very much standard in any white package deck that you're playing because it does allow you to draw, as well as the 1-cost Haven. Now, a card that pops up a lot, which is a very big thing why people run this at either 3 or 4 copies, and a lot of times you see them sideboarding that 4th copy, is Grant Park. Grant Park, again, just works very, very well with this deck. It gives that +2 defense to your cards, which then can proc Warcry's skill to allow them to deal bigger amounts of damage over what their normal attacks can be. And the last card is pretty much a staple card when you're starting off building Warcry is your Warcry Faithful Protector. It's a 3/4 cost. Again, when it's engaged, all your cards get +1 defense. So again, just adding more into that. And then you can exhaust it to basically negate an attack, and then -X to another Clash card that your opponent controls. And that X is equal to what their cost is to play. So again, it just works very, very well. The synergy deck. And I always say, if you're starting on playing Warcry, these are definitely some of the cards you want to start by picking up to start building your deck. And once you have these cards in your deck, mainly at either 4 copies each, you can then start to place together your deck with Warcry to focus on his skill to be able to draw every single turn, even on your opponent's turn. Some people like to play the weapons. Some people like to just do Warcry pushing through one turn and then Warcry the second turn to constantly keep drawing back and forth that way. So again, the deck is very, very versatile. But I'll say if you're going to build this deck, always start off with these core packages of your deck and then build down from there. So again, if you have liked this video, just let us know. And don't forget, Cosmic Conquest, which is the board game for Alpha Clash, does come out in fall. So if you have not already followed the campaign, make sure you do that now. And if you have not followed Rising Empire Studios, Facebook, Twitter, X, I guess, Instagram, and or the YouTube. The YouTube is a big thing. Go ahead and follow them now. Until next time, this has been Ryleton.